Sonny
finally here, man.
Liston.
I watched him here in the gym a few months ago when he was here to fight Howard King.
Ali.
And he can hit a guy in the elbows and just about break his arm.
Liston was a virtually invincible, just a dreadnought of a fighter.
Liston was a great fighter. I seen him knock out a guy's teeth one night. It's the truth, no baloney. Hit him so hard, he dislodged the mouthpiece and the teeth went with the mouthpiece.
Oh, he killing folks. He ain't knocking them out. He is killing folks, huh? Okay. I see why y'all was spamming him in the comments. We here.
Utterly hostile.
2 hammers and an 84-inch reach.
Y'all already know what we do, man. Like the video, man. Let me know in the comments who do you want me to discover next, man. No cap. I appreciate everybody
born on a cotton plantation in Arkansas.
Cotton
He was the
plantation.
24th of 25 children.
Beaten every day by his father until he was 14.
But he had a tough life. You know, we talk about Tyson's tough life. A lot of people had tough lives. Sonny Liston had a tough life.
His abusive father beat him daily.
Welts on his back the rest of his life, could neither read nor write.
Liston's publicist, Harold Conrad, said of Sonny, quote, "I think he died the day he was born," end quote. As soon as he was able, he ran away and never looked back.
Young heavyweight Sonny Liston, who came into the professional ranks an undefeated amateur champion. He TKO'd the veteran Julio Madero in 3 rounds that night. Tonight, the competition steps up. A tremendous youngster, this Sonny Liston.
The youngster was actually somewhere in his 30s. You see, Liston never knew his real birth date.
Sonny Liston.
What?
Author Paul Gallagher spent
Hold on. So he was really
several decades researching Liston's life. He states Liston was most likely born between 1919 and 1921. The world never got to see a truly prime Liston. He most likely fought his debut fight between the age of 30 and 34.
Sonny Liston, coming out of the left-hand corner, wears the black trunks.
Every fight we see, every photo seen, all are taken when Liston is probably in his 30s.
Say swear to God, they capping.
Liston's 20th fight.
Is they for real?
Liston gets through with a good right hand and a left, and Bethia is in trouble already.
Oh!
He was 19-1 with an early loss that he later avenged with a first-round knockout.
Ooh, shit.
Liston throws it on. Bethia trying to...
He intimidated his opponent. They were intimidated before they even got in the ring. He was a massive guy. He was just awesome.
And he got long arms. We can be able to touch him.
In his only defeat, that by Marty Marshall, early in his career, he later gained revenge. He knocked Marshall out in Pittsburgh.
Liston knows he has his man and continues to hammer punches home.
Sonny Liston was a great puncher.
Man, stop the fight, man.
He could punch with either hand.
And the referee showing good ring sense stops it. Sonny Liston wins going away.
The fight has been stopped. Sonny Liston comes through with a sensational 1-round TKO. Run for cover. He walloped in Liston's fist.
How they didn't know his age is crazy.
After fleeing his father's abuse, Sonny found his way to St. Louis.
So what was he doing the whole time?
St. Louis, from Arkansas to St. Louis, and it's an incredible, in itself, it's an incredible odyssey for a kid to take.
When I was big, I weighed 218. So I figured, I said, well, I'm a man now, I can take it on my own.
So begins the sort of life on the streets. And so he starts rousting people for their nickels and dimes.
He quickly graduated from ruling his neighborhood by force to armed robbery.
Until that lands him in prison.
He spent 5 years in the Missouri State Penitentiary for armed robbery.
Liston was in and out of prison, and for much of his life associated with less than savory characters.
He had a serious prison record, armed robbery, assaults on police officers.
This is a turning point of sorts for Liston.
It was here where his unique ability to fight was recognized and channeled into boxing.
Most people lose their careers in prison. Sonny found his.
This is Father Stevens, who ran the prison boxing program.
There's a quote from Father Stevens. He was the most perfect specimen of manhood I had ever seen, and talked about the big shoulders and the strength and the biggest hands.
He begins to box, wipes out the competition.
They had to put
2 or 3 in the ring with him to get him any kind of exercise.
He had 14-inch fists. And Father Stevens said it was hard to fit gloves, conventional boxing gloves, onto his hand.
He had these mammoth hands, right?
The ringside physician taking his vitals, he said it occurred to me that if he hit me in the face, he would hit me in my entire face.
Tonight, however, he goes against Billy Besmanoff, a young man who has never been knocked off his feet. Wearing a white trunk.
And his hands was fat, too.
Sonny Liston. Liston now has won 18 consecutive fights. 14 of those 18 by knockout.
He had a left jab in front of him, which was probably the best in all heavyweight history. Had the kind of a jab that went through you.
He had one of the greatest jabs of all time, if not the greatest. Yep. It was hard. It was a foam pole.
He split both of Willie Besmanoff's eyes, forcing a 3rd round stoppage.
He split both his eyes.
Across the ring goes the referee, Mike Minich, and this bout has ended. And it was in the reformatory.
Do y'all think the power comes from, like, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, the hands, if you got big, fat hands, I mean, when you get hit by somebody with big, fat hands, I mean,
he was sent that he learned
it probably hurts worse than getting hit with little small hands.
Liston had conquered the prison circuit, and Father Stevens brought him into a boxing manager who was owned by Frankie Carbo and John Vitale.
The father at the Missouri State Prison, he took him to John Vitale.
The mob, Frankie Carbo and John Vitale, owned him from day one of his boxing career.
Damn, Frankie Carbo. So he was owned by the mob.
He took him to John Vitale.
The mob, Frankie Carbo and John Vitale, owned him from day one of his boxing career.
Was alleged mob underboss and union racketeering.
Carbo secured Sonny's parole and immediately started his amateur boxing career.
He won the Golden Gloves here, then he went to the National Championships, where he had 3 fights. None lasted more than 3 months.
His amateur boxing career lasted only a year. He was undefeated. But boxing wasn't his only job. Liston was now an enforcer for the mob.
He was tired of cracking heads when the guys in the union go on strike. Sonny was a head cracker.
And they involved him, hired him to enforce their strikes.
He beat people up in the street because other people paid him money to do so.
Boxing by night and cracking skulls by day.
And he hated being owned by the mob.
May the best man win. Good luck to both of you. Sonny Liston in the white trunks coming out of the left-hand corner against Cleveland Williams.
Sonny Liston belongs among the 5 greatest heavyweights of all time.
He top 5? I think Sonny Liston top 5?
In 1960, Sonny had...
I'm gonna go. I ain't watched Mike yet, but I'm already knowing Mike up there. Ali up there. Rocky, he's definitely up there for sure. Ski. But my thing is, why he let the mob, the mafia, the mob guys parole him? Why he ain't just wait to get put out? I mean, released.
The division.
I mean, once they pay for your bail and get you released, it's over with.
Liston blasted his way through every top contender in the heavyweight division.
Sleeping on too.
Intimidated until I fought Sonny Liston.
He could punch and he knew how to fight. He had technique.
I had 147 fights. 4 world champions I fought. I fought 9 guys in the top 10. And nobody ever hit me like that guy. Every time he hit, he broke something.
It was a freak of nature.
He broke something.
While fighting heavyweight champion Sonny Liston.
The media portrayed him as a monster.
Like a tragic beast, almost like King Kong to me.
An animal to be feared and not accepted.
But the press hated him because Sonny did not like to talk. He used to say, I don't talk to my wife. Why would I talk to a man?
Damn!
Liston never really got past, and I think this must have haunted him personally through the cloud of having been a convict, having the mob influence, having cops who just did not trust him.
Liston was hated by the public and hounded by the police for his past.
He got stopped 25 days in a row in Denver.
Liston was picked up for questioning over 100 times and arrested 16 times on charges ranging from breach of the peace to suspicion of theft.
When you went through the abuse that Sonny went through, that's what made Sonny a killer, angry in the ring. That's what made him knock out cops and put him in trash cans.
He wound up in another fight with a policeman. wound up putting him upside down in a trash barrel.
He served 9 months in a...
Hold on, he put a policeman upside down in a trash barrel? I know you're not supposed to be doing that to the police officers, man. Shout out to all the police officers that work hard for our communities and, you know what I'm saying, put their life on the line. But, bro, that's funny. That's
city workhouse. When he was released,
that's funny.
The police told him to leave St. Louis or else.
Yeah, leave St. Louis game.
The police were tired of arresting him, and they just told him get out of town or else.
Sonny Liston, I think, was the greatest intimidator of all time. I've seen him stare guys down where they were so scared climbing up the ring steps they could barely get in the ring.
The mental part, the intimidation. Guys that live that kind of life, they get sniff it out. The guys that are real and the guys that aren't real.
Liston is known in the fight game as a man who likes to end fights early.
Them heavyweights just throw bombs. It's just
the same way as the first.
He said,
Liston's
"Ooh,
title
shit."
shot was becoming
get
an
right.
inevitability.
And the fight is stopped. Ernie Taylor stops the fight. Stops the fight at TKO in the second round. And we'll get the time for you. Listen to this crowd.
Having left St. Louis, Sonny spent a few years in Philadelphia. Eventually, he'd purchase a home in an upscale Las Vegas neighborhood.
He's in Las Vegas, Nevada now. That's his hometown. A back view of his lavish home. There's the front. $85,000 it's supposed to have cost. And Sonny owns
$85K for that big crazy house? He paid $85K for that? Well, that's how you know inflation is crazy. But the times we live in, boy, you know what you gonna pay for that today? 1.5.
$85,000 it's supposed to have
Bro,
cost.
what?
And Sonny owns 2 Cadillacs.
The local residents were predictable in their anger.
They didn't like the fact that a black family had moved there. Right. And they thought, well, now that this Sonny Liston is moving here, what's next? Joe Louis? And in fact, Joe Louis did move in there.
With one of his best friends to this day, the former heavyweight champion, Joe Louis.
We gonna watch Joe.
Professional for 5 years.
We gonna watch Joe Louis. It's coming. I know y'all will spam him in the comments. He coming. That's my last
Lost
video.
only one fight during that stretch of time, and that was to heavyweight champion.
I want to see that fight he lost. Shit.
About with the number 1 ranked contender,
I don't know
Roy
who the hell beat
Harris.
him.
Sonny floors Harris with a smashing left hook.
You know, ain't like he threw it hard.
Liston ended it in the first round, dropping
I just think
Harris
Buddy didn't want to fight
4 times.
Oh my God, he was good. He was so good.
That one hurt.
With this victory, Sonny Liston is definitely the number 1 ranking challenger in the heavyweight division.
Everyone knew Liston was the best boxer on the planet.
Who do you want to fight in the ring in your next engagement? The man got the title. Mr. Floyd Patterson, currently the heavyweight champion. Let us ask you this, Sonny. What have you heard are your chances of getting that title fight?
I think it's very good from what I hear.
But his checkered past was held up as a cause to pass him over.
Most of America didn't want Liston to hold what was long considered the most glamorous title in sports, heavyweight champion of the world.
We know.
I got a question for the comments, bro, and everybody who support me. Why was the heavyweight so held up more than every other weight class? Like, somebody gotta let me know in the comments. Is it because of the names that was in the heavyweight division? Or was it because it's just a bigger man, so it was just like, you know, let me know in the comments.
That as of December 1960, Sonny Liston was controlled by 2 powerful racketeer groups.
Bro.
That as of December 1960.
Hold on, go back. Hold on.
Didn't want Liston to hold what was long considered the most glamorous title in sports, heavyweight champion of the world.
We know that as of December 1960,
Hoodlums.
Sonny Liston was controlled by 2 powerful racketeer groups.
Are you associated with or have a business connection with John Vitale and Frank Palermo in the management or the contract of Sonny Liston, the number 1 heavyweight contender?
I respectfully decline to answer a question on the ground that I cannot be compelled to be a witness against myself.
Liston was the last great champion to be delivered straight into the hands of the mob.
Unable to fight for the title due to the Senate investigation.
Man, why is they doing that, bro? See, bro, man, why is they doing that, man? Come on, it's not his fault that the mafia had him or the mob had him. Let that man fight for the belt. That's crazy how they do you like that, bro. If they don't want you to do something, they're gonna find something to stop you. They're gonna find something. That is crazy.
Liston faced off against the German champion.
You see Westfall, the heavyweight champion of Germany. From
Germany.
Albert Westfall.
Boy.
And coming in the ring on the left side of your screen now is Sonny Liston, reputed to be the most feared man in boxing at any weight. Liston, who has won 32 out of 33 fights, 22 by knockout.
From Philadelphia, Charles Sonny Liston.
Worked since an early age, managed to get into trouble as a youngster.
That left jab, snake-like.
With that power, everything he threw was hard.
He run, don't run, come here.
With bad intentions, everything he threw was hard.
Oh! If I'm Germany, I'd have been sick. I'd have been mad. Like, why is y'all? First of all, why is y'all putting our champion against him, bruh? If the other champion in the USA didn't want to fight him, what makes you think we should fight him? That was terrible.
With bad intentions, everything he threw was hard.
Fatality.
He's dead.
Count is 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
The ref is like, he's dead. Now he ain't dead yet. 1, 2. Nah.
In the first round.
Sonny delivered one of the most savage knockouts
Bro.
of all time.
Sonny Liston and Rocky Marciano might be the hardest punches in heavyweight history.
After 6
Him and George
years of being
Foreman.
considered the #1 contender in boxing, Sonny Liston would get a title shot. But New York wouldn't license Sonny, citing his murky history. Liston was nearly passed over again until Chicago gave the fighter his license.
Well, when they turned me down for license to do,
But it was hating.
they did it, but Chicago made me very proud of it.
At last, he'd square off with heavyweight champion Floyd Patterson. Floyd was a young prodigy. Trained by the great Cus D'Amato.
Cus D'Amato? That ain't Mike Tyson, coach.
Adopted father of Mike Tyson.
Boom, perfect timing.
There was a lot
That's
of concern
hard.
about Liston fighting for the title and getting the title.
Notorious jailbird.
With gangsters and even worse. Others claim definitely that Sonny Liston is not entitled to this championship bout.
He's not who we would want to represent us. He's not the kind of image that we want. You know, this guy's he's been in prison. He's illiterate.
First of all, he was in prison when he was younger. Now he older. He changed his life. He trying to box. I don't get that. Like, you supposed to be...
Chicago. It was September 25, 1962 at Comiskey Park, Chicago.
The site of the most lucrative fight in the history of boxing.
Floyd insisted Sonny only get 12.5% of the gross.
The crowd booed Liston. No one wanted him to be the champion.
For what, bro? Nigga.
The challenger.
Was he went to jail?
Enters the ring. Sonny Liston, winner of 33 of 34 fights. 23 of them by knockout. The most formidable challenger the champion has ever met.
Liston didn't care if Patterson was the fan favorite. This was Sonny's moment. After tonight, they'd have no choice but to embrace him.
Pennsylvania, Sonny Liston.
Damn. Bro, that's the propaganda, bro. It was propaganda. They was forcing the hate.
Describing him in ways that sound like he was almost animalistic in the way that Mike Tyson was described early in his career.
The champion is restless in his corner, the challenger placid. Sonny Liston moves out to face the big chance of his turbulent life.
Liston used his reach to bully Patterson.
The Liston hook to the head is the first good punch of the fight.
Oof!
One of the most devastating performances we've seen in the heavyweight title.
Them little folks
Drubbing
nasty.
Patterson
Uppercut. Ooh.
With thudding combinations.
How is they not going down with them punches? I do not know.
And Liston gets to him against the ropes with lefts and rights. Ties him up. Won't let him get away.
From king of the streets.
He about to go down. It's my championship.
To king of the world.
Patterson was a sitting duck.
Patterson was out.
Solid left to the cheekbone. Dropped the champion.
Is he gonna get up?
The time, 2 minutes and 11 seconds. The first round, Sonny Liston had become the heavyweight champion of the world.
I mean, he had everything.
Around Sonny Liston, the 21st heavyweight champion of the world, jubilation.
Charles Sonny Liston had captured what was then known as the greatest prize in all.
It was propaganda, bro. Only reason people hate him because of propaganda,
Charles
man.
Sonny
He wasn't
Liston
really a
became
bad guy
heavyweight
like
champion
that.
of the world on the night of September 25th, 1962, in a fight that lasted only 2 minutes, 6 seconds. His ring record ranks
knocked him clean out.
Liston had expected that the dramatic victory would catapult him into the mainstream, that his past would be forgiven, and his future would be the adoration
Once you
of the
give
boxing
once you come
community.
mainstream, they make it
He
worse.
has wiped the slate clean, that he's going to be given a chance to become like Joe Louis, who's his hero.
He was wrong.
Liston got off the plane, returning to his hometown of Philadelphia, expecting a barrage of reporters and people to turn up.
And he just somehow assumed there would be a band and a crowd and the mayor of Philadelphia to greet him. And they got off the plane and nobody was at the airport. No band, no mayor, no crowd.
No one had come to greet him. And his
Just
shoulders
hating,
just
man.
slumped.
It was a crushing experience for Sonny Liston.
He was devastated. He knew that this is the way it was going to remain.
He wasn't celebrated. He wasn't beloved.
The press never let Sonny Liston live down his past. Never let it happen.
He would never be given a fair chance in the public eye.
He decides if the public is going to turn his back on him, he's going to turn his back on the public.
Heavyweight champion Sonny Liston resumes training at Miami Beach for his return bout with Floyd Patterson.
Outside, he wore a malevolent scowl. Underneath, he longed for acceptance and love.
Well, Sonny Liston is a total mystery. He's the most misunderstood athlete of all time.
He was a mysterious, solitary man, viewed as a devastating, hulkish intimidator.
And he hit Lincoln with a shot, and Lincoln's helmet flew off. And we thought his head had flew off, you know.
Stitching on the headgear.
Oh!
When he hit you, it came apart. He knocked the stuffing out of the headgear. I mean, this guy could really hit.
Would hit the speed bag so hard that it would come off its hinges.
Sonny Liston's record has been and still is the subject of considerable publicity, mostly bad.
Patterson appeared terrified of the rematch. Even his managers didn't believe he had a chance. They were right.
And the man who won that title last September at Comiskey Park, Chicago, in 2 minutes and 6 seconds, the heavyweight champion, Sonny Liston, 30 years old.
Wrong.
In the 1960s,
30 years old.
He was already in his 40s.
They saying this is a 40-year-old man knocking. This is, bro, if that's true, that is crazy. Like, nobody ever thought about when he was getting locked up and going to jail. Nobody ever looked at his birth certificate like.
Patterson trying to get underneath the champion, straight punches.
Oh! Them hooks is, yeah.
Liston devastated Patterson for a second time, knocking him all over the ring.
And he had a great
Ooh, he caught him though.
He had balance.
But Liston's countering left hook is on target.
And he big as hell.
Go body, go to the head. His legs were always in position. They were always under him.
If I'm Floyd Patterson, I'm not getting up. I'm good. He got heart though, I tell you that. All these old fighters got heart. Come on, heart of steel.
Left hand smashes.
But after defeating Floyd Patterson the second time, many people in and around boxing thought that Sonny Liston was invincible and no one could beat him.
Short uppercut, sleepy.
He just had enormous natural kind of gifts as a boxer.
Patterson, bewildered, is not sure that the fight has been stopped. This time in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Yamato, who discovered Patterson, comforts his defeated protege.
If he had only been given the second chance that every other athlete, in particular boxer,
everybody got a second chance. Not Sonny though.
Had been given.
Crazy.
I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
He was a 22-year-old by the name of Cassius Clay. Liston, almost the first time he hits him. Could be one, perhaps two. I'll take one.
After holding the title for 2 years, Liston would face young Cassius Clay.
Cassius Clay.
Who would change his name
Muhammad
to
Ali.
Muhammad Ali during the lead-up.
Cassius Clay decided to announce that morning he had joined the black Muslim religion, an unpopular militant group.
Ali got into Liston's head.
Unpopular,
like
bro.
No
To you,
now
gang.
we'll see the craziest weigh-in in all boxing history.
You don't want to make Sonny mad. Sonny's bad enough when he's not mad. And I agreed to that all the way up, and then he hit the door.
Clay said anybody would have to be afraid of a crazy man.
It was all part of young Clay's master plan.
Cassius was smart, and he was clever. And he could get under Liston's skin more so than anybody ever.
I saw Sonny Liston a few days ago, Cassius.
Ain't he ugly?
Ain't he ugly?
He's too ugly to be the world's champ. The world's champ should be pretty like me.
Well, he told me to bet my life that you wouldn't go 3 rounds.
Well, if you want to lose your money, then bet on Sonny.
Then bet on Sonny.
Somebody who was whistling past the graveyard. Somebody who had to be scared. Who was trying to, keep his courage up before he was destroyed.
He was older when Ali fought him. People, he was almost twice Muhammad Ali's age.
I believe he was probably twice Muhammad Ali's age. I think he was probably born in 1919. I believe when Sonny fought Ali in 1964, he was.
They say he's born in 1919. What? Hey, that's true. That's
43
insane.
or 44 years old.
Liston's age cannot be underestimated.
And of course, he lost the fight to Ali, but we don't know if those fights were fixed either. Yeah, we don't know.
Liston during this
What?
fight was as old
Why
as
would the fights be
43.
fixed?
Sonny didn't train at all. Came in there looking for a punch.
Liston fought angry, and he didn't train because nobody thought then Cassius Clay had a chance of winning that fight.
Very slippery.
Cassius Clay, but you must don't know who you must don't know who Muhammad Ali is.
Like a bee.
Look at the guy yawning. Tell us what you think at the end of
The
one.
results of the two Ali Liston fights had far more to do with what took place outside of the ring than in it.
Oh! Now this is it. Yo, once you watch like the Sonny Liston career and then you watch Muhammad Ali beat him up, it's like you can see the greatest in Muhammad Ali because it's like what?
Sonny has a big mouth below his left eye. And he's getting hit with all the punches in the book.
6th round when Liston went back to his corner, Liston was a beaten man.
What do you think is going on in Sonny's mind at this point?
Well, I think that they feel now that Clay have all the confidence he needs and go on to defeat Sonny.
Cassius Clay, he's got peripheral vision, sharp, he's looking over my shoulder, and he got it up, we win.
Damn.
And in 1964, he became heavyweight champion of the world, upsetting Sonny Liston, the 7-1 favorite.
Electrified, and there he was.
I'm the heavyweight champion of the world.
And a whole bunch of other newspaper men pointing down to us like this. I told you exactly what I was going to do.
And nobody, even the big sports writers, they were in awe
over what he had done.
Yeah, so great, I don't have a mark on my face, and I upset Sonny Liston, and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest.
I must be the greatest.
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I kicked up the wall.
I'm pretty. I'm a bad man. I love Muhammad Ali. He said, I'm pretty.
What do you think about Muhammad Ali, former Cassius Clay? Do you think you can beat him?
Yes, I do.
The rematch with Ali was set. Liston's ties to the criminal underworld would take center stage. It was believed his wife and child were abducted, his own life threatened.
The second fight, he took a dive because his wife and his child were being held against their will.
What?
They were kidnapped. And Sonny was told, if you want to see them again, you have to lose.
But how are you so sure that your version of what happened in that second fight is true?
Sonny told Joe Louis, because they were very close. Joe told his wife, Martha Lewis, Joe's wife.
A number of theories have been floated about that second fight. As you know, Liston was in debt to the mafia through the fight to pay it off.
In the first round, Liston was hit with what is known as the Phantom Punch.
They say he threw the fight? Man, I gotta stop messing up history like this, bro. Did he throw the fight, bro?
15 rounds or less. The world heavyweight title, the big fight, the big night, round number 1. Here we go. You'll note that Cassius wants to stay out in the center of the ring.
And why did he throw that second fight? And there is no doubt that he threw that second fight.
He was threatened by the black Muslims, and he took a dive. Everybody knows it.
They told us he was threatened by the black Muslims. So first he was threatened by the black Muslims. The other one is he owed the cartel or the mafia or whatever, so he paying back the debt. The other one is he got abducted. His people's got abducted because he owed the mafia debt. Which one is it, bro? The black Muslims? You think the black? Stop, bro.
I knew it.
There was no possible way that Ali could lose that fight.
I
have no
That counter was nasty.
And Liston takes a dive.
He was screaming at him, "Get up, you yellow bum. Nobody will believe this." When Ali walked back to his corner, he told his cornerman, he laid down.
Every boss and underboss won fortunes with that fight.
Whether or not he decided to stay down once he got hit, I think he did. If you watch it, just doesn't look realistic. The way he stumbled around, he didn't stumble around like a guy whose central nervous system got jacked.
Every person involved in boxing knew Sonny had taken a dive.
Again, did someone get to him in those Ali fights?
This moment would come to define Liston.
Damn. Did he throw the fight? I don't know. The way they make it look, though. The way they make it look at these videos and the way they talk about it, bro, it look like he threw the fight. Now, that's crazy.
And ensured he'd never again get another title shot.
But the fact is that Sonny Liston's wife and child were being held against their will. They told Sonny, if you want to see them again, you have to lose this fight.
He's afraid of them. He was fearless, a big, but he was afraid of them because they would kill him. Frankie Carver would chew him up.
Liston would carry on fighting for 6 more years, winning 14 in a row, 13 by knockout.
Damn! Hold on. So he won 14 in a row after that fight. That's that. He might have threw that fight. I don't know. I don't want to say it because legend, like, you can't take it. I don't want to say he threw the fight. I don't know.
It's all over.
Damn.
Now watch as Liston gets off some more blockbusters. Johnson careful to the canvas. He's flat on his back. The referee rules that the fight is over. Sonny Liston knocks out a game Amos Johnson.
In 1969, when Liston was between 47 and 51 years old.
47 and 51?
He took on the number 3 ranked contender.
He should be a good trial horse in determining how much Liston has left.
Oh!
Liston is knocked out!
He wasn't loved the way Ali was loved. He never got that love.
And I'm going up into the ring. They have not yet revived Sonny Liston.
Boxing had discarded him. used, and taken for all he had. He fought one more time, winning a decision before retiring unceremoniously. He was a mysterious, solitary man who fought with his own demons until the day he died.
That Sonny was ordered to fix a fight, didn't, and the mob got very angry about that.
We know he was around a lot of difficult people.
It is known that he was in debt to several nefarious types.
It has left a cloud over his career. We don't know.
Sonny Liston, the former heavyweight boxing champion, was found dead last night in his Las Vegas home by his wife. He was 38. He had been dead for at least a week.
What happened, we don't know.
For a week? What? Niggas killed him?
He really overdosed. If he was hit with a hot shot, we know he was afraid of needles.
His wife and many would testify that Sonny was absolutely petrified of needles.
That did make sense to people that knew him.
Suggested a murder. Not
So they saying needles was put inside of him, but he didn't like needles. You know what that is?
natural causes. And the people have quibbled with me, but I'm telling you, I believe it.
Just as his birth was shrouded in mystery, so too was his death.
Wasn't too long ago, if you think back, that Sonny Liston was kind of considered the
1932. So they say he was what? How old was he when he died? 38? That shit, cap.
superhuman being, the unbeatable man.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
Photograph of his muscles and of his tree trunk-like legs.
Charles Sonny Liston, an intimidator who remained a mystery outside of the ring, even in death.
On the surface, he was this sullen, sad, inarticulate monster.
That's all I know is a few words, and how to say them all.
But I think deep inside, he was misunderstood.
A fighter unlike any who came before him. A deeply hurt man who was born into violence and wielded it like few pugilists before him.
Yeah, man, shout out to Sonny Liston, bro. No cap. Shout out to Sonny Liston, man. This is crazy. These stories be getting crazy, bro. Like, dang. The mob had him. White folks didn't like him. Even the black folks didn't like him. Nobody liked him. Damn. And then got murdered. That's some natural causes. Bruh. Natural causes. What we talking about? Man, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about Sonny Liston, man. I don't know, bro. It's like he didn't get the love when he was actually fighting. But now that he gone, I guess, I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, though, bro. But I'm gonna see y'all next, man. No cap.